Trenton Shumpert and Omari Shumpert. Among the three suspects, one stood out immediately. Not because of his role in the crime, but because of who he was outside of it. Omari Shumpert was only 20 years old at the time of the trial. In parts of the Minneapolis area, he was known by a different name. In the local rap scene, he performed under the name Lil Blast. Like many young artists trying to gain attention online, Shumpert had released music and built a small following through social media. But behind the music career was a very different reality. Investigators say Shumpert was directly involved in the violence inside the house. Surveillance video showed him striking one of the victims with a pistol. When the victim attempted to fight back, Shumpert fired a shot that killed him. DNA evidence later linked ammunition recovered from the home to Shumpert. Cell phone data also placed him with the other suspects before and after the crime. The investigation was now beginning to come together. 3 suspects, 3 victims, and hours of video footage documenting exactly what happened inside the house.
Do you know the incident I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. So you have no idea?
I know that somebody got locked up.
Who got locked up?
Somebody, it's a name that you said.
Who got locked up?
The name that you said. You said somebody's name Alonzo or something like that.
Okay. But you know Alonzo?
Yeah, a little bit. I know of him.
Okay. You knew more of just of him, right? You guys go way back.
No.
To Chicago.
I'll say yeah.
Somewhat of the same level of respect, right?
Yeah, but
we do our
like you said way back, like basically like friends, anything like that. No,
not friends.
No.
All right, but you've known him all the way back to Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you living now?
Huh?
Where are you living now?
Alone in Minneapolis.
When's the last time you talked with Alonzo?
I'm gonna say like a month ago or something like that.
A month ago?
Like a month and a half, I think.
A month and a half ago?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. So that was already on camera. That was already put on the news. It already showed Alonzo shooting a person. Okay? I don't know if I explained it well to you or not, but the more information I tell you, the less you can tell me to help.
But I'll say you can't tell me about that because I heard about it. The whole world know about it.
Sure.
That's everywhere you go to work. And you heard about what happened? Somebody got killed in Coon Rapids. 4, 5 people. How many more people got killed? I don't know. Okay. So what did I do?
You were there.
Wasn't there.
You were. I mean, you're probably not going to take my word for it or anything, but I'm not lying to you. I'm not making stuff up. We had the pull camera. Well, we didn't. Somebody had a pull camera on the house. When we see it pull up, we see the 3 of you get out, walk up to the house, just you and Alonzo. He knocks on the door. You don't come to the door at first, and you start walking away. Because you guys are partway down the street, or partway down the driveway. He comes outside, so you guys walk back. Okay? On the door there was a camera. And you had gloves on, you had a mask on, but we're still able to tell it's you.
With a mask on?
Yeah. Okay? And then, who'd you wave up?
I didn't wave nobody.
You're sitting in the car and you waved him up.
You said I was sitting in the car?
No, he was sitting in the car. The third person was sitting in the car and you waved him up.
I don't know.
Okay?
I don't know who that was. I don't know who that was with no mask on, but it showed it wasn't me. You ain't asked me where was I at, or was I somewhere else, or nothing.
I know where you were, but where were you? And then I'll follow up on that. And
you know I was there already, right? That what you said?
I do, but if you're saying you're somewhere else, you tell me where you were, who you talked to, and I'll follow up with them and rule you out. That's only fair, right?
That's crazy. You say on the 13th?
The 26th. January 26th.
I know I wasn't there. I wasn't at nobody else. I wasn't at nobody's house.
Okay. We go in the crime scene, the whole 9 yards. You're touching your face. You're hitting the.
Now see?
Yeah, I'll grab them.
You said I'm hitting what?
You're touching your face. You had a mask on. Yeah. You're touching your face. You're touching the lizard cage. You're touching your face. You're touching different areas. You're breathing through the mask.
Within weeks of the murders, police arrested all 3 men connected to the crime. Alonzo Pierre Mingo, Demetrius Trenton Shumpert, Omari Malik Shumpert. Prosecutors charged the suspects with multiple counts of murder tied to the home invasion. As the case moved toward trial, prosecutors relied heavily on the evidence captured inside the house. The surveillance footage, the DNA evidence, the cell phone records placing the suspects together. Each piece reinforced the same narrative. This was not a random act of violence. It was a planned robbery carried out under the disguise of a delivery driver. And it had ended with 3 people dead. The trials for the suspects took place separately, but the outcome was ultimately the same. Jurors were shown the footage from inside the home. They watched the suspects enter the house. They watched the victims being threatened. And they watched the moments leading up to the shootings. For prosecutors, the case was unusually direct. There were no eyewitnesses needed. The cameras had already recorded everything. Jurors found the suspects guilty on multiple counts of murder tied to the home invasion. Under Minnesota law, convictions for first-degree murder carry a mandatory sentence: life in prison.
Yeah, I lost round 1. They gave me 3 L's, but that was round 1. I wasn't fully prepared to step in the ring with them. I ain't know my last co-defendant, Omari Shumpert, the little rapping bitch nigga called himself Little Blast on YouTube, was gonna take the stand at my trial and tell lies. The nigga even told on his mom and his brother. Shit crazy. Hey, the transcript's on my page. All you gotta do is go look and go check it out for yourself. I ain't know my lawyers was gonna be trash. They was like garbage cans with arms, legs, and a mouthpiece. Picture that. I ain't know I would have an all-white jury or an old miserable bitch as a judge. They on the streets never gave me a fighting chance. My case was politics to her. It wasn't about justice or fairness. For round 2, I'm gonna be overly prepared, overly focused, overly determined, overly aware, and overly strategic, and I will win. Them 3 L's, they getting them back. That's a check you can take to any bank of cash. Hey, victory comes with perseverance. Relief comes after affliction, and ease after hardship. I'ma persevere because I'm resilient. I'm on to something. Thanks for all the real love, even the fake love too. Yeah, I lost round 1, but staying tuned for round 2. 100.
Criminal investigations rarely begin with clear answers. More often, they begin with fragments. A witness statement, a piece of surveillance footage, a detail that at first seems insignificant. But when investigators begin connecting those fragments together, a story begins to emerge. A timeline, a motive, and eventually, the truth. The case you've just seen is a reminder of how easily deception can blend into everyday life. A uniform, a cardboard box, a knock at the door, simple things that most people would never question. But sometimes those small details are part of something much larger. And when investigators begin examining those details closely, the truth often reveals itself. One piece of evidence at a time. For Global Casefile, these stories are not only about crime, they are about the investigations that follow, the evidence that brings hidden plans to light, and the process that ultimately leads to justice. Because every case leaves behind a trail, and somewhere along that trail, the truth is waiting to be uncovered. Until next time, this is Global Casefile.